Стоп, стоп! Досмотри до конца! Что лучше? Взять CSGO Prime за 1000 рублей в Стиме или за 100 рублей на LOL Steam? Я думаю, выбор очевиден. LOL Steam — это честный и безопасный сайт, где ты сможешь найти дешевые аккаунты по любым играм.
Battleground of the evening, and 1Win starting over on that T side of things. Early smoke goes towards red, not spotted out, nobody really home for the CT side towards that portion of the map. Instead, it's a two-man donut setup that may well get tested early on here. Volt with a couple of warning shots, but yet to find the connection. And suddenly, this starts to look like a very violent split. Through CT, they come. One man towards main, but it's a three-man stack out on this A side that needs to find some purchase. Travis with the early kill. Deko there to back him up, and almost immediately, that A site is utterly overrun. Sunny and Maze nowhere to be found, and with Maze already...
Vertigo pick so strange, it allowed for Ancient to be picked out here by 1Win, and a very commanding pistol round indeed to kick things off across the board pretty much as well. This is a situation here where 1Win could definitely have a shot at actually winning it out. They've slowed it down since getting that man advantage as well. They have Believe kind of fumbling all over the place, wondering what exactly is going on, and while being forced to press the issue, they do manage to pull back one kill, but it didn't last.
Didn't last at all. They've lost their sight anchor now as well. Travis creeping out a donut. Sensei, no idea he was that far ahead of the curve. Free kill. He's finally put down by Maze, but the damage surely is done. Sunny on just an MP9 here. Orp recoverable out towards Brokey. And as the bomb makes its transition, Sunny's trying for something a little bit cheeky, playing in and around the fading smoke. Glowing will be his first issue, and all that MP9. Not the favorite for those kind of sprays, not finding its mark whatsoever, and Deko's willing to put down the finals.
His head was very close to being taken off right there, but instead it gets the info, they get the nade in as well. That does a small bit of damage, and it seems to have forced the hand here of 1Win, who are pressing it up towards B. Nickelback looking to lead the charge, the stand-in. It was down, but it's not for nothing. Travis is there with the trade. They have one pinned in the corner, but it's heavy presence on B right now, and they don't even have the bomb in their possession. So I don't love this.
Nah, these timings are all over the shop. Nickelback isolated, just about managed the trade, and with the bomb still in spawn, the CTs are going to swarm on this. Maze flash through the smoke with Sunny, which will be based entirely on timings here. Should get a freebie onto Deko, but he's losing teammates all the while. He needs to be quicker than this, and he's not. 2 kills go down before he can find his mark, and that will be a 4th round on the board for 1Win. A little fortuitous in how they get it, but they get it done regardless, and it will make it that little bit more viable. The problem is Deko's flashes are gorgeous. He gets 3, opens up the B-bomb site single-handedly, and so Maze in a bit of an awkward spot, loses his last teammate, and at this point he'd love to save it, but you can't imagine 1Win are going to let that happen. He grabs the first. Glowing next up will go down, but there's Molotovs licking at his feet out in the open. Flamey finds the kill.
They're the two players you look to for this performance, and they're stepping up, so this is not going to be an easy game at all for Believe. The opening already goes the way of 1Win.
A while longer. Splitting in towards mid. Banjo in a great spot, but he can't quite find the shot. Flame can't be asked of too much, especially with the bomb now looping back towards A. It's going to be all on Maze. Had the hero rifle in the previous, needs to be a hero in towards this one. Nickelback bakes the shot, but his teammate's not there quite in time. A second kill, make it 3 as the low HP is exploited. Flamey finally able to find a kill, but he's out in no man's land. No idea where Sunny is. And admittedly, Sunny has no idea where Deko is either, so the trades will come back evens. A missed shot from Sensei, but on the second time of asking, he puts it down.
Tilted from 1Win, not really giving them too much freedom. Instead, they're calling for the late ramp push. I like this. It's the MP9 that's leading the way as well. They actually boost the M4 over instead. Flamey, though, is ready for it somehow. As Maze gets denied the flash in for the follow-up as well. Sunny should be a free kill at this point. The 3rd kill even going to be lined up and almost sealed. One more bullet to get that finish on Sensei. It actually baits him into Vault instead. But now they know there's 2 players on B. They have a 4-on-3 advantage. They have well over a minute. They don't really need to force this commitment.
Oh, Sensei, how are you living, my man? Dodging the spray, dodging the wallbang, finally put down by Glowing. And at this point, well, they know there's 1 player on B. They very quickly deal with that. Glowing finds a second onto Volt. Gonna go for this ramp push again. Last time it was well read by Flamey. This time Deko's cutting a slightly lonely figure. Nickelback at the very least spots out a couple of warning shots. Deko will swing in with the flashbang, able to clean up a couple before he goes down. Good damage on the third as well, which will be capitalized on. As Glowing and Travis looking to mop up the remaining pieces onto a low HP Sunny. The airstrike.
Quick A play as well. In the one round where Believe decided to heavily stack that mid area instead, and Glowing with a perfect timing on towards Maze. That should be control of the bomb site confirmed. The problem is they didn't expect it to happen so easily. So the bomb's miles away. It was outside B. Only now beginning to rotate around. And if this kill on mid goes the way of Banjo, I was going to say things could begin to spiral, but no. Deko was...
Flamey and Deko for now watching. Still 45 seconds left on the clock. No rush needed from 1Win as Flamey makes his way into the site and deals with Volt. Takes the bullet to the back of the skull like it's nothing. Glowing backs him up with another quick kill onto Sunny. Sensei, the last man out. Nothing he can really be expected to do here. Finds a couple of kills to at least make it worth his while financially, but he goes down to Travis. He thought they'd have him moments, but Believe have kept themselves alive in this one, scrapping and fighting for every kill they can get. And once again, it's Banjo with an early opening onto Glowing that opens up all kinds of opportunities over towards B, but they've got to deal with this long setup and they can't find a kill. Travis with 3, Flamey there to back his man up, and all that good work in the opening moments undone in the blink of an eye as Maze is left to try and scrap the pieces, grabs a couple, but Nickelback puts him down before it gets too exciting. Shift to their way out, trying to be as stealthy as they possibly can, hoping maybe they'll catch Deko napping on this angle, but the MP9's good for a couple before he goes, and now they will start to swing. Both remaining players trapped in towards the donut, and they've got to get out onto this A side fast. Might manage to maybe isolate Nickelback, but he's having none of it. And towards Jaguar, pushing the issue. Will be traded at the very least, though, and with Flamey taking a dink off the back of it as he...
Yeah, definitely good. I mean, they're bursting onto B right now. The rotations are far off. Flamey not in great health either, so he's not able to put in any sort of a defense before going down. Think onto Sensei was the best that he could deliver, but it won't be stopping the bomb plant. Never mind, the naked will. There we go. Potential wallbang if the attempted follow-up plant goes in as well, and he doesn't even get a chance for that Deko.
Lovely little bit of carnage, and with a 5-round buffer now, this buy absolutely essential for the Believe boys, and Bolt starts it well, but almost immediately there's a response in towards mid. Yes, Bolt manages to pick Nickelback, but Glowing swings wide, catches the entirety of that mid control, and now there's more fights to be isolated. Banjo's actually swung back into Jaguar to try and help out Maze, but instead he signs both of their death warrants as a flying Deko.
Hopefully doesn't just take this fight on his own, otherwise it might give Sensei a chance to isolate the 1v1s, and well, he's going to get that anyway, actually pushing in towards the spawn. If he lands this initial shot on Glowing, things become very doable. There you go, pushes in, manages to catch the shoulder, is ready now if Flamey takes the swing, and actually does have the bomb planted for himself, knows it's not being stuck quite yet. The swing though should do it, both of them ready. Ooh. Not quite, that was a little bit dangerous. I mean, it makes sense that Flamey goes out since he was holding the left
Ramble a buy together off the back of that bomb plant. It is do or die time for Believe. And well, they're looking to push the issue on the 1Win side of things. Maze is up for it. Deals with the opening aggression at least, but unfortunately Travis is able to find a quick kill, and with Maze down to 12 HP here, Travis should be able to find his mark. Instead swings into the full HP. Finally, Maze puts him unconverted on 33 seconds on the clock. They're looking to group up over towards this bomb, and both of them are low HP. The timing here could well be everything. Smokes himself into the ramp, Glowing, grabs one. Looks to retreat back through his own smoke. It's a bait, but he doesn't know about the man close to his left-hand side. And Maze on low HP.
Believe, which isn't allowing them to build up too much of an economy. So they're still in the position where they lose one round and then they have very little to fight for the overtime. And while this could be it, perhaps, Nickelback to the opening. Flamey traded out on that B bomb site, but Travis is still ready. Probably too late to actually stop the push. He will instead isolate the fight perfectly, and Cave beats them into Nickelback. And it is destruction on the B-bomb site. A 15-9 scoreline very quickly picked up.
Yeah, this is the one they'll want to close it out on. Get it done early, get it done clean. It's a little scrappy initially, however. To back that kind of a call up, but for the time being at least, it does look like the right call to make. Utility goes over, trying to flush Flamey out into the open. The A4 is good for 1. Evens in the 3-on-3 with a man prodding out towards A as well. If Volt could maybe time Nickelback, that would be the perfect opening, but Nickelback just fading between the angles. around to keep their team in it. A man down here, but at least even inside of the B site. Smoke goes out towards short. It'll isolate Deko. Playing the new shallower cubby. He's got it all to do here as they start to swing on out, but Sensei's shot doesn't quite ring out and the trades are in. It will be 1Win who take their map pick. It is game over. Believe need it to stay anywhere near in contention. And well, the pistol started off well. Travis with a single kill, but flanked by Sunny and Banjo. He can do no more. The man advantage is found, and as a result, there's aggression all over the shop, which, well, Believe are more than willing to punish. Flamey trying to do what he can from inside of the site, but again, a one and done is not going to be enough. A mid flank coming through all the while as Glowing sets himself up for a surely impossible. Deko not quite able to clutch it out, and as you said, 5-0 down already. Team who, well, both teams fairly even. When it comes to splits, need to start firing off, and well, that's a way to start it. Nickelback through
the 3-on-5. Just expecting maybe for that B aggression to come in. Both of them chilling down towards B at the moment. Sunny waiting for any sort of mid aggression, I believe, so they will probably go in for this split eventually. I think hoping that the bit of presence both of them showed previously would have prompted a rotate so Sunny could actually get someone, but it's only now that he's able to eventually start making something happen. There we go, a kill on Nickelback. They have 35 seconds left. They need to hurry up and start getting their way in towards this bomb site. And, well, any sort of resistance really could put a stop to it. Tons of damage done. Well, it's capitalized on.
Solid. In a way we didn't really see on Ancient. Perhaps that could be the catalyst here, as it's going to be a faster approach up this ramp. Sensei leading the way with one of those AK-47s, but he's put down immediately. At the very least recoverable, but Believe already missing a man.
Really, they just, at the very least, want to make this a costly round, get a few kills out of it, so that even if 1Win do start to build up a bit, they don't get the economy into too comfortable of a position. Vault is hitting some nasty shots right now. This could be dangerous. Glowing still tucked in on the sandbags. Maybe not expected, considering they've already taken out 2, and he definitely is the drop here on at least 1. A second kill if he can land on the head. At this point, might just not want to risk it. Doesn't have the option, though, with the mollies coming through, and eventually escapes back to join his teammate. Although, actually, stays very aggressive. This could be risky, but he's making it work. There we go. Glowing, he has the confidence. Diamonds work out here. Hoping to get the boost up and maybe swing at the same time on the steps. They can overrun Travis, and if there is a weapon to be taken, or did they clip through the wood and give away their position?
Something happened there, either a head or a clip, because immediately you saw the spam from Travis. The utility will call Nickelback in, but it's only the MP9 on this rotate. The rifles need to find early purchase, and they grab the bomb, but that's a timing. Glowing, caught in no man's land, will deny his AWP the opportunity to finish it. But with just 8 seconds left, Maze surely in no possible situation to get this one done. Nickelback is toying with his prey as well. Now look, Nickelback solo out towards A. A little cheeky boost up for Banjo as well. This time no gun clipping to betray him. Travis up close on White. This is going to be a rough old angle to hold. Banjo's up and over. Travis is aware but not able to find the kill. Low HP on Banjo, but Flamey can only keep him trapped for so long. He's got bodies flying at him from this ramp. Drops the smoke to try, and instead look to double back their efforts over towards A. All on to Nickelback. That hero rifle with a hell of a lot to do. Out towards the scaffolding. They will charge him down here. This spray is everything. He manages to rein it in for 2. Sensei's tech will finally put him down. But he's done everything he could have been asked of. Now it's on to Deko and Flamey to close this one out. 1v2. Sensei desperately low on health, and he's not expecting the position of...
Wise for Believe anyway. If this one goes south, they're on an eco. The chance of 1Win to tie things up at 7-7. So I was going to say a lot on the line here. If it slips away, they could end up conceding 10, and with an opening kill going the way of Believe already as they shut down that B aggression. Things are starting to look pretty awkward. Never mind. Caught around the smoke at the bottom of ramp, and then kind of an unnecessary push, I'd say, on mid.
A little isolated, certainly. Even if you think it was necessary, he could have done with some extra. Posted deep inside of the site, only now retreating to headshot to flash his teammate in. As the run boost comes out, nice shot from 1, picks him out the sky. A second is missed, but the damage is surely done. Banjo able to grab at least a second kill, but it won't be enough. Deko firing off with that AWP like the creeping their way up as Banjo Just looks to play the distraction. Glowing wants the info, and he's caught a lovely little timing there. 3 on the trot. The spray down held to perfection. And he guts believes chances of a last round here. Banjo left in a 1v4 that surely ends in tragedy, and indeed it does. 8-7 as we head to the halftime break. After a rough old start to proceedings, it is 1Win who find themselves with the lead, headed onto the T side of Vertigo. 8-7. The CT comeback, finding them a nice little nest egg on which to try and build. As into the T side pistol we head. Aggression from both sides down the ramp, but it's Nickelback who comes out on top. The damage onto Glowing is significant, sure. The kills perhaps more so. Banjo under pressure over on this B site, trying to stay alive as long as he possibly can. Will be forced to fade away, and Flamey and Travis, well, they take him to the grave. 2 clean headshots leave Volt and Sunny scrambling. And with a smoke down, immense pressure here. Up on the headshot box, down to half HP. The flashbang is good, the jump not so much. Nickelback, 10 seconds left, knows he's got to get this down now if he's going to have a chance, and indeed he does. Flamey dinked up and dealt with through the smoke, buys a man advantage for the CT side. And now the chaos reigns. There is nobody on the flank here. It is a straight up retake. This is good old-fashioned Vertigo, this. No messing about. 4 on 5 around the edges of the smokes. Glowing shows himself yet to find a kill as they charge on in. Now Nickelback strikes up close, finds a couple of quick kills with teammates in support, and it's a slaughter. He won't want to risk too many more, as he is having a poke at that ramp. Not to be, though. Volt over the top of the smoke has had that position on lock and continues to do so. Man advantage once more is there for Believe. A little bit of room to work with. It's gonna be the ramp hit, though. A dink, not quite enough for Maze as Nickelback's AK reigns supreme, but it's still a 4 on 4 with good damage. And limited time left on the clock for 1Win. They have got to make a decision and make a play. It's a heavy-handed stack over towards A for Believe. And that's exactly where 1Win want to head. 25 seconds. The flash is good. Travis gets 1. They need a lot more, though. And it's going to start coming through. Nickelback, with bomb on his back, somehow stays alive just about long enough to pull Travis in to bail him out. He should have been dead. He was a bullet from it, but the bomb will go down instead. And Banjo has to start thinking about conceiving a 1v3 out of nothing. He's got the first, but he's brought down, and Deko finishes the job. Nickelback there. That movement, pretty much, I don't want to say...
Be rough. Already a player up close that I don't think they were fully aware of, and Deko lands the wallbang.
Big opening kill.
What's his angles?
Sensei on that glass cannon as well. The A bomb site starts to feel very vulnerable here. They're going to try and enable Sunny into some kind of a peek, but oh, Flamey. Smoke. There's angles to play with. Travis baiting the AWPer out, but can't quite punish it as the nades will start to. Nickelback relying on Glowing to bodyguard him, but the kills just keep on coming. Travis able to find the AWPer, and Flamey, whilst he dies...
Of rounds now.
They have started to learn. They've realized that B is going to be the site. They had success with the pistols. They'll go again with the rifles. Flashes are good. Charging in is Travis, and he's got an isolated fight. Glowing's found at least 1, and Deko, full blinded, will still grab the second. A 3 on 5, but there's damage all over the shop here. There is a lot of room for an M4 spray to get this one done. Still a minute on the clock. Plenty of time. Flanks all over the place as well, but they might not need them. Travis, low on HP, but still fragging out. Finds the headshot that surely must seal this one now. Sensei trying to push on up. Nickelback inside of the smoke will be dealt with. It's the first of many. As Maze now left on his own. Nothing the AWPer can do. It will be 1Win. It takes them a little longer than perhaps.